the plight and legacy of the Miya community of Assam. Most welcome, I am Saddam Hussain. Today I have come before you to shed light on a community that has been misunderstood, misrepresented and marginalized for far too long. The Miya community of Assam. In recent times, we have heard the Miya people described as Bangladeshi, illegal immigrants and illegal encroachers. These labels, often repeated in headlines and political rhetoric, have fueled discrimination and persecution against them. As we approach the 2026 Assembly election in Assam, the political year is heating up and the Miya community finds itself at the center of a storm. But who are the Miyas? Where did they come from? And why are they always discriminated against? Let us explore these questions with empathy, fairness and historical truth. The Miya community is a minority ethnic group in Assam, primarily comprising the Muslims of Bengali origin. They are distinct from the indigenous Muslims of Assam, such as Gariya, Mariya, Sayyad and Julha communities. Together, Muslims make up 34% of Assam's population, and 24% being Miya Muslims and 10% indigenous Muslims. The Miya Muslims predominantly reside in the southern and central Assam, where they have built their lives and livelihoods over generations. But where did the Miyas come from? To understand their roots, we must turn to the history of Assam. From the 11th to 15th century, the rulers of Kamatapur state brought Muslim farmers from Bengal for agricultural work. Later in the 16th century, the Koch kings also invaded Muslim peasants to cultivate their land. This early migration laid to the foundation for a Muslim presence in Assam. However, the most significant influx occurred during the British colonial era. In 1826, the British took control of Assam through the Treaty of Yandabu. They found millions of hectares of barren land and sought to make it cultivable. To achieve this, they brought landless peasants from Bengal, who were wary of exploitation by British and landlords. These peasants were given land leases and encouraged to settle in Assam. Later in the early 20th century, between 1910 to 1935, the British government brought lakhs of Bengali farmers to Assam for jute cultivation. These migrations were not acts of illegality but state-sponsored initiatives for agricultural development. After India's independence and the formation of Bangladesh in 1971, many refugees came to Assam, while most were later repatriated to Bangladesh. Some remained. However, the narrative of illegal immigrants has overshadowed the historical context of this migration. It has been used to justify the oppression and discrimination faced by the Miya community. Since independence, successive governments in Assam have systematically oppressed the Miya people through eviction, devoter, detention camp and other measures. They have been labelled as outsiders in their own homeland, stripped of their dignity and denied their rightful place in society. This persecution is not just a violation of their human rights, but also betrayal of the pluralistic and inclusive values that India stands for. The Miya community has contributed immensely in Assam's agricultural and cultural landscape. They have tilled the land, fed the state, and enriched its cultural diversity. Yet they are met with suspicion, hatred, and violence. This is not just their tragedy, but our collective failure as a society. As we move forward, we must ask ourselves, how long will we allow prejudice and political manipulation to divide us? How long will we turn a blind eye to the suffering of our fellow citizens? The Miya community is not just a story of struggle, but also one of the resilience and hope. It is time to recognize their history, acknowledge their contribution, stand in solidarity with them. Let us pledge to build an Assam that is inclusive, just and compassionate. An Assam where every community, including the Miyas, can live with dignity and pride. Let us reject hate, embrace unity, and work together for a brighter future. Thank you.